a lot of students joined this thing, and I answered them. A lot of my paid students also joined, and I answered their queries and all. Okay, and today something big happened, and I think most of you know, and that thing. Okay, so that thing should not have happened, but I think most of the people who are here know about a great guy known as Tane Pratap. I have spoken about him a lot. I actually tagged him in one of my posts today morning, and then only I got this news that he was working in a very good startup. Means he was building something very good. He was already having a good startup known as NeoG Camp, and it is one of the top coding schools in India. And he generally runs only two batches of it per year, and take 30 students in each batch, two batch 6 months long thing, and he does this thing. Okay, and his batches are always full. He's a very big influencer. Like he's ex Microsoft. You can learn about Tane Pratap. Okay, learn about this guy. Like his name is Tane Pratap. Follow him on both LinkedIn and Instagram. It will be very good for your career. Follow him. He's a very good guy, and he was there to change the education. And I'm following him for the 2 years because we are in the same space at tech space, and I also want to change. I want to help students get the jobs, and he was also doing the same thing. So I was following him and all those things, and he's a very big influencer in LinkedIn, Instagram, and he ran this Neoji camp. He's running also Neoji camp for the past more than 2 years. So while he was in Microsoft, he was running this. I don't know how he was running that, but he was running that while in Microsoft. And then he left Microsoft, not for the Neoji camp, because it was not taking much of his time. His style was very good, and it was not taking much of his time, and his students were placed in a very good way, because he was only teaching 60 students per year. So students per year, six months course he was taking. Yeah, definitely it was a paid course, but you have to. There was entrance also like that. Okay, so you also can check it on Neoji Game. I think he will continue that, and it is very difficult to even get a place there, Neoji Camp. Okay, but what happens? He got this Meta thing, and he went to this. He started his Meta company, Metaverse, and he was an influencer, so he got a lot of funding. Started this Meta company known as, and he wanted to have this MBA combination in a virtual environment. MBA combination and all in a virtual environment. So that was a very good thing. Like this, all these things in this virtual university, you attend a virtual university, do a MBA, and all those things. He co-founded it with some Twitter person, means Twitter. His co-founder is a Twitter person, and then what happened? Like in 6 month time, they hired a lot of people. They got a very good funding. Actually, they got a very good funding. And the problem is that today he was on the front page of my. Today he was the news in Economic Times and all, because his startup is getting shut down because there was a problem between the two co-founder. He wanted to make a Meta university for its own class, and he wanted to do something else. So that's all the news you can read about it. But I actually believed in this guy a lot, and I right now also I'm feeling very bad that this thing is going away. But the thing is that the product he was launching, it is actually 2-3 years ahead of the market, because how many of us really have those glasses? No, none of us have. None of us has that virtual reality glasses. It is actually another 2-3 years down the line. We can have and we cannot have also. Because I have some students who don't even have laptops. They means it is for them like attending web development. They need to have a laptop. They don't have a laptop. They need to first get a laptop. It is not such an easy thing. In India, nobody have one more thing. In India, nobody have PlayStations, because nobody's parents buy them those PlayStation. So I think most of you know, means most people in colleges, if they don't buy a Mac, they buy a gaming laptop, because they can do coding also and do gaming also. No parents give a kid PlayStation. Even my kid doesn't have a PlayStation. Okay, so that is there. So like that, I don't know what will happen with this VR and virtual reality and Meta thing, which Facebook has also renamed it to Meta for that reason only, because it wants to change, it wants to shift us from all us from the physical world to this one. There's a great development opportunity there. This is all Web3 and all those things are around. And I was also thinking to do Web3 and all on my channel and learning and all those things, but that is too early even to Web3, because I have researched a bit about that. The technologies are there, that's contract and all those things, but companies are still not hiring in that level. So this blockchain and all these things are very good, but still those hiring are not happening at that rate. And technology is changing at such a fast space. Means whether you do Solidity or you have to do Rust. Okay, I'm forgetting Ethereum and Solana are the main network in which people do that thing. So the front end will be React. Again, the front end will be React. React is not changing. The back end is, whether it will be Solidity, you have to learn. Whether you have to learn Rust, nobody knows what direction it will go. And all the things are very early phase. So this is not so early. You should go. Means it is okay if you want to learn. There you will be an early mover. That will be sure. And future there will be a lot of jobs in the next 1 or 2 years. But I'm waiting. Maybe in the next year, I will have some 5-day course on my channel, because all those things I have those 5-day courses, all those things. But I want to all more. I'm waiting for this to get stabilized a bit, getting it for to be standardized a bit, or else it will be the next Dino. Those who don't know, like Node.js, another framework actually came up some years back, and the founder of Node.js, who creator of Node.js, actually created something known as Deno, but it never picked up because the ecosystem was not there. It never picked up. Then it is dying a slow death. And all these technologies, they happens like that. Then there was something like a GraphQL. Nowadays nobody asks for GraphQL that much. It is not there. So I keep a tag on all the technology. Then your Gatsby is there. I have written actually 3 books on Gatsby, but nowadays Gatsby is slowly going away. So that those things tends to go away, and those things are there. So that is one of the things which I want to tell. Web3 is good, but you should wait a bit. You should wait a bit, and all those things. And really sad about the news or Tanya Pratap startup and all. So he's a good guy. He will bounce back. I know, because he really want to do something. What is the average salary of freshers in Mandalore? Everybody has the same thing. Means what is the average salary of freshman developer? But at least they're asking. So freshman developer, it depends. It depends. They will, means if you go for an internship, the government rule is you cannot pay an intern more than 25,000 rupees. So it depends. So fresher, they will pay whatever they will pay. Means if you're good, if you've done a lot of internship, I've seen people taking salary of 10 lakh also. I've seen people starting with 15,000 rupees also. So it all depends upon you. So how much talented you are, how much projects you have done, how much. I know people who have done like internship throughout their colleges, and when they get out of the colleges, they get 10 lakh package. So it is like that. It depends. So average salary, it is not the average salary. It is like after 1 year, what is the salary? That should be the question. After 1 year, what should be the salary? After 1 year, the average salary is 10 lakh rupees. After 1 year, you should have one years of experience. Everything is about experience. Freshers, you can work. You have to work for free also sometimes. You have to do free internships also. So freshers, you have to get in as an internship. Even you go to Infosys and all, they have 6 month training. They have what I teach in a lot of corporate. I do a lot of corporate training. They're like 6 months of trainings. Infosys and all those people. Okay, and how much they pay, you all know. How much Infosys pay? I don't have to tell that how much Infosys pay. Okay, they like three. They pay 3 lakh package, total 3 lakh package, and 2 year bond is there. Okay, so that is there. So that is there. After 1 year, you get 10 lakh per annum. So, but see, development is not easy. You have to. Oh, one of my favorite question have come, sir. Now, data science is a good career or full stack developer is good. Okay, so today only. Uh, as I'm telling, I was telling about this Tanya Pratap also. You should go to his YouTube channel. If you don't believe me, you go to. I always tell on my YouTube channel everywhere. Data science is a fluke. It is not a real thing, and all. There are not many jobs in it. I've seen this all these big universities doing data science. See, the problem is that nowadays nobody goes to university. I've heard this thing in India also. Nobody is now doing engineering in India. So those seats they have to surrender. In my state, there was a lot of engineering seats. Those seats they are surrendering. Same thing is happening in the US also. Nobody is doing this courses and all, because people know there are nothing is there. And then they came out with something like, okay, data science, data science, data science. Actually, I will tell a real story now. Okay, so this is actually a very good question, and I was going to answer this. Maybe I was going to record something also, because I want to shout on top of my voice that data science is not, and not many jobs are there. So the real thing, I will teach to US students in the morning, individual batch I take for them. And they are from they have gone from Hyderabad to the US. Okay, I cannot tell the name and all those things. So they have gone there, and both of them are doing MS in data science. Okay, both of them are doing MS in data science. One of them has already completed his MS in data science, and one of them is in the MS is a 2 year course, doing the in the second year. Okay, and both of them are learning man means React.js from me. One of them is telling me that okay, he had done some job in Angular, but he wants to do React.js because React.js, they like, if you even have a React.js on your resume, you'll get a job in the US. So it is like that. If you have only React.js in your resume, you'll get a job. And the other person, so I asked him, okay, you're doing data science, so why are not you're going for data science jobs and all? And the other person also, I asked that why are you not going for data science jobs and not, where university is not helping you to get a data science job. He said no, there are not that much data science jobs in the US also. This is also all this, see, this thing I already know. All the big companies only have data science jobs, so like this Facebook, Amazon, Google, and all those things. What is data science actually? Data science means it needs a very big amount of data to build a data science, to build a predictable model, which only Google have, which only Facebook have, which only Microsoft have. Even Microsoft doesn't have that much big data. Google, Facebook have. So how many jobs will Google, Facebook give? How many job will Google, Facebook? They cannot give a lot of jobs. They cannot give a lot of jobs. Okay, so that guy, these guys, they told that okay, in college they're doing data science, but they have to learn React and all to get a job. And one of my, that other student here already got a job because he know Angular and all those things. So they in US also, which is like the main place for technology, they're not that much data science. All the jobs are web development job only, web app development in React.js and Angular. So that is the future, means that even so, if you want to go about a handful of jobs, you can go about it. And another thing I want to tell you, see, those data science jobs mainly belongs to those PhD students. Okay, those who have done PhD. So if they are telling you, okay, you do a MS in something like a data science from a US university, or do a data science course, you will get a data massager kind of a job. What is uh, data, no, I don't know what it is called. So they just go and uh, the data scientist takes the decision, and they just go and they make the data clean. Okay, they make the data clean. Actually, my wife is also doing that work for one of the US clients. So data clean, they do the data clean so that data scientists can use it. And data scientists are really, data scientist means PhD, nothing less than that. And there are very handful of jobs. If you want, if you have 5 years of your time, and if you can do PhD, I will tell you, go for data science job, but do PhD from US, not from India. Do data science PhD from US, or in India, go for some big colleges. If you have 5 years, if you want to get a job today, tomorrow, if you want to apply for crores of jobs which are available out there, crores of React jobs, millions of React jobs, even jobs which are available out there, do React JS. If you want to have go for those handful of jobs, go for data science. They're the people who promote data science, they also know they don't have data science job. Market doesn't have data science job, so it is there. So data science is not at all a good career option. Okay, if you're crazy about data science, if you think that okay, I can do the PhDs and all those things, I want to make some change, so do the PhD, then go to data science. Doing PhD is good for data science, but without that, data science courses, 6 month data science courses, even if you do, nobody will give you a job. They will give you a very low paying job of a data cleaner, and what they do, they just take the data from the Excel and then they do those things. So those things you will get. You won't have very good career. You need PhD. Okay, so that is it. I hope it answered this thing. You can do your own research, but when you see those big ads from big companies, you think, okay, data science are there. Like a lot of US university nowadays will see everything is Google is like, the moment I search data science in Google will throw me all the data science related ad on my YouTube feed. So your feed will be filled up with data science ads from, which companies I'm talking about. India also, a lot of scalar ads you'll get, and US some data lake ad you'll get, all those ads you'll get. Okay, so that is there, and hope it answers the question and all. Okay, so that is there. And so this was a good question. Okay, so it is there. So need this much questions, but this were all very good questions answer. Okay, so because I'm telling from real they are there to sell their courses and all. They have to sell their courses and all. I'm telling from a real experience and real real experience of developers. That is how data science works. So 4 years back, data science was, data science hype was even more than this. So what happened? So again, a real story. What happened? I was a developer. I was being interviewed in a startup and all. Okay, startup and all. I was interviewed. So what happened in that? Uh, I was also like charmed with this data science thing. Oh, data science, data science, data science, and all 4 years back. So what happened at that time? Okay, so I was interviewed in a startup, and that startup I just asked the founder, okay, you're using data science or not? Because that time everybody want to use ask like that. Okay, you're using data science in your project or not? And he said that we initially started using data science in our project and doing all those AI thing and all those big hype thing we tried to do, but we are not getting the correct result because our data set was very small. So that then we have to drop it because our ratio of getting the result was only like 30-40%. It was getting the correct result, it was predicting the correct result, so the model was not correct. So you have to feed data in the model, then only you'll get data science. Not like voodoo magic or something. It is not voodoo magic. It is like just a coding only. So you get a lot of data and you can predict how the human behavior will be like that. Google can predict. Okay, someone was okay, now today only actually Mosam was telling me, the other teacher at TWD, he was telling me today that Zomato have got a lot of data. We all know that Zomato have got a lot of data. So a lot of unicorns have a lot of data in India. So they hire data scientists and all. So it is not like that unicorns won't have data. But how many unicorns are there? How many unicorns are there? Like 15, 20 unicorns, not more than that. They have the data science. So he was telling me that if you want to open a restaurant at anywhere in the country, any place, so they will give you data. They will give you data that at this time what food is ordered in your locality, so you can open a restaurant based on that. So nowadays Zomato and all have all become so much advanced. Means they will tell, okay, at this time at your location this kind of food is been ordered a lot. Okay, so and I think that is not even data science. That is not even data science. They're just aggregating the data. That is not data science. They're just aggregating data. They've searched in that database. Okay, and at this time I'm at Avatpuri. Avatpuri, what data food is? That is not in data science. That is like data aggregating and all. So that is there. So I hope it answered your question. And also data science is, don't go for data science. See, anything in life which doesn't require your brains doesn't pays you well. So data science is means the jobs which are there right now, they are not using your brain. So any job which you do, which won't use your brain and all, which you have to do the same thing again and again, routine jobs. So one thing in life is like that, if you do a routine job you will be replaced soon by someone, most probably some automation thing and all thing you are going to be replaced. Any job, any routine job. So data science job is also something like that. But a developer can never be replaced. Something or else will come. The meta will come, metaverse will come, or something will come. So that is there. And that's answer. So if someone has some other questions, they can ask any questions regarding their career and regarding anything, they can ask and all. So that is there. And okay, so okay. Stack developer never require Java. Stack means MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. So Node.js is the backend part of the MERN stack, and it is Java. So there is a different kind of job which is known as a React.js developer with Java backend and Java Spring Boot and all. That is a different job. That is never a MERN stack job. Okay, that's a never a MERN stack job. MERN full form itself is Node.js, so that is not a, but React with Java. It's a very tough job, but if you can do it, because Java is like one of the toughest language to learn. Like, it is way too much object oriented language. I don't also know that much. So what happens in very big companies, they still use Java in the backend, because one thing I will say, Java is the best backend language out there. So because of the multitasking out there, it Java is the number one backend language. Second number is the Node.js, because not because of the learning and all, because how they can handle the data and all, how they can handle the loads and all. So a Flipkart level of site which gets like lakhs of connection per second, and especially during the big billion days sale, they cannot work on Node.js now. They have to use Java in the backend. So those kind of application need Java in the backend. So for that, they need sometime. Actually, they also don't need. I don't know who created this thing, because React.js and Java are completely different. But sometimes people ask that, okay, we need some developer who know React.js or some Java. Some crazy kind of jobs are there in the world, because I've done one crazy kind of job like that. I was working in for an American client, and they were asking that they want a developer who know React.js also, Java also, Selenium also, testing. Selenium is a testing thing, and Jasmine also, and everything, and DevOps also. So crazy people exist in this world. Okay, so you cannot get rid of those crazy people. Okay, so because it's a very difficult job. React.js with Java means they're like opposite of each other. React and Node.js are very much similar because both of them are JavaScript libraries. Okay, but this is completely opposite. Okay, so that is there, and that was again a good question. Okay, okay, so so React and Redux. So React and Redux, there are like Redux is just a state management library. React is just a state management library in the React. React is actually not very good in managing the state and all those things. For that, we have two solutions: either to use Redux or to use the your context API, or to use the context API. So Redux is something which is always used in the big project for state management, like passing data from here and there. So there is a lot of difference, and generally big jobs you cannot get without Redux. So React is a very small library. So I'm good. You're not to see you. Okay, one sec. Are you not able to see me? Through my online. Okay. Okay. So oh, oh. You're not able to see me, and nobody told me this. But I'm live. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Told me this.
Oh, only blue screen. But why blue screen is coming? Nobody actually told me that. Thanks, Abdul, for telling that. Wow, who am I talking with actually then? Okay. But for me, the streaming, it is showing that I am visible. Actually, I didn't open it in my other thing, or else I would have seen these things, and we are already done with all of things. So it actually it became a podcast because I think you were able to, all of you are able to hear me, so it became a podcast. Anyways, I was going to close this call, so it's time. So it became a podcast. Okay, so I don't know what was the issue. So it's good, it became a podcast and all. So thank you all. So I will see you all next, because everybody have asked and everything, and so that was good, it became a podcast. No issues. So thank you all, and we'll meet next